real quickly before we jump into the video, I want to let you guys know that we're getting back on that stream grind, so if you're interested in coming out, hanging out, saying what's up, or whatever it may be, there's a link down below in the description that'll take you over to my Twitch page if you guys want to toss a follow. That said, we'll be live tonight, and maybe even by the time you're watching this, it might be live at the very moment. So if you're interested, link in the description below, but back to the regular scheduled content. As of the time of you watching this, unfortunately, double XP, double tier progression, and double merits, as well as the free DLC weekend will have ended as of a few hours ago, which is a bummer, but with one thing leaving, another week is set to kick off, and we might actually have more than you may anticipate here for this upcoming week. Today, we're going to talk about 8 different things in Black Ops 4 to look out for this weekend, when you may be able to expect them. So that said, let's just jump right into it. First things first, the big portion of this week will end up focusing on Xbox One and PC, simply because that's when the Shamrock and update, if you want to call it that, will be launching for Xbox One and PC. Some things already made their way over, if I'm not mistaken, such as the Blackout map. That's something that was a fundamental game change that wasn't classified under any exclusivity deal. So if I'm not mistaken, Xbox One and PC already have that. But along with that, you'll end up getting a handful of different modes across all 3 of the main game modes within Black Ops 4. So on the Blackout front, you'll end up having the brand new Hardcore Blackout game mode, which is something that is certainly interesting. It's its own little beast within itself. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but other than that, it's pretty fun. I quite enjoy the time that I played on it earlier throughout the week. Definitely took some getting adjusting to, but something that was certainly fun to play around with, so you should be able to jump on that and have a good time with that as well. As for zombies, the Alcatraz Gauntlet for Blood of the Dead should be coming as of tomorrow as well. That's going to task you again with 30 different rounds of challenges, as with all the other gauntlets thus far. And for those of you guys that have not played around with it just yet, this again is a ton of fun as well, so jump on that if you're a zombies player. As for MP, you're going to get a couple of different things. You'll of course have that very easy to meme Luck of the Irish bundle in the shop. You're going to end up having St. Patrick's Day stockpile. You're going to end up having Contraband Hurricane, all those added in for tomorrow as well. And 2 of those 3 things I like. I haven't even considered looking at the Luck of the Irish bundle, but the St. Patrick's Day stockpile is actually a lot of fun. Same goes with Contraband Hurricane. It's a nice little change of pace for how Contraband itself plays. A little bit darker, a little less visibility, but again, it's a cool change of pace here. Now, as for the content that Xbox One and PC users would get in terms of the free items, such as the Precious emote, as well as the animated calling card, that actually went live today for some reason. We don't know exactly why, but that's something that's available right now if you log on for Xbox One or PC users, in which you'll get both of those for absolutely free. Another constant we'll see with tomorrow's Tuesday update is that of the shop refreshes, not necessarily to the special orders, but the featured items will be changing out on their weekly rotation here at this. We're still missing that static donut camo, but outside of that, I'm not entirely sure what to expect, truthfully, because we've seen quite a bit of stuff from the original Grand Heist trailer, with not much left still missing from what we've seen there. One curious thing, though, is that Misty was actually removed from the zombies character selection in Blackout, so we can no longer check to see if that's still a special order item like we could beforehand, but that could be something that comes in special orders, and maybe it's moved over to the shop then at that point. But regardless, I'm hoping for some sort of camo. If anything, I don't really care about much outside of that, because again, first-person perspective, you're not going to see many things like a character scanner, even though they're kind of cool to start off with, the jump packs and all that for Blackout. Third thing up on the list is the special order rotation for Xbox One and PC. Just a quick little mention here of this is that the Zero G Master Craft for the Cordite should be right around the corner here for this, since it's a week delayed. So the timing is off a little bit, but it should be right around the corner here for Xbox One and PC users as well. The fourth thing to consider here is another staple for the Tuesday updates, that being the playlist refreshes. The St. Patrick's Day stockpile again is going to be coming to Xbox One and PC for the first time, but it should be staying for PlayStation 4 users, and I would imagine some of the supporting cast gets the changes there instead. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we end up seeing changes to, say, Arms Race TDM, or Hardcore Endurance Mosh Pits, or even Half Off Heist as well, and change them out for something. Maybe we end up seeing one of the Chaos modes in place of the Hardcore Endurance Mosh Pit. Maybe we'll even see another new featured game mode, because we again have seen the likes of Prop Hunt, Infected, Bare Bones, and the likes being teased throughout the event as well, so maybe that actually gets added in also, but we keep St. Patrick's Day stockpile for the remainder of the St. Patrick's Day event, lasting until the 26th. Regardless, that's going to change out as they always do on Tuesdays, and we'll see a little bit of a refresh to keep things a little bit, air quote, newer in regards to the playlists on hand. Now, as for the bigger stuff, though, this is where it comes down to a little more speculation, but it's also stuff that is not outlandish speculation. It's not something that we have definitively laid out to us like, hey, this is going to happen on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day it may be, but it is stuff that with upcoming content dropping as of next update on the 26th, and what we know about that content already, it seems very likely these things will happen, so keep your eyes open for that. The first thing being some zombies promos, because as we know, Ancient Evil, the next DLC map for zombies in Black Ops 4, is right around the corner, and that will be launching on the 26th. In fact, we actually got our first little teaser already during the day, in which that's about an 8-second video that just simply showcases the 9 crew entering some caverns of some sort with the caption of "Where one journey ends, a new one begins." Hashtag Ancient Evil 3/26/19 or March 26th, 2019, like we just mentioned. Now, as we've seen also with other DLC content, such as the MP maps, I have no idea if this is going to happen, but I can only imagine we're going to actually see some gameplay as well from maybe some of the zombies creators out there. That's a bit more out there. I don't know if that's going to happen entirely, but start to expect some trailers, some promo teasers from the official COD Twitter, and all things considered for going into the 26th and the halfway point of Operation Grand Heist. Outside of just the zombies content, though, we also might see some stuff for the Redacted event within Blackout, because while we do have that zombies update going live, we're also probably going to have the Blackout changes as well, to which we'll get a brand new POI within Blackout, a lot of it being theorized to be Alcatraz or Blood of the Dead, somewhere off in that northwest ocean portion of the map. Plus also there's the discussion of a nighttime map within Blackout as well. We know that what we have in Blackout at the very moment with this thematic change for spring is something that was in correlation with the Shamrock and Awe update, which only lasts for 2 weeks. So while I'm an absolute fan of the scenery here of this map, it wouldn't surprise me if the global lighting is changed almost immediately, or rather quickly compared to the couple of months we've had with the fall update. So it's looking like the Blackout nighttime map will be introduced as of next Tuesday as well, so we might see some promo for that, because again, it's the next big in-game event in regards to Blackout. One thing that I don't know, and I kind of want to tie this in here so I don't take up its own spot for it, because I don't know how they're going to market it, because it seems like the only thing on the MP front that I can think about is that Contraband Stream little mini event. That's something that I think is going to actually be happening as of the 26th. And we talked about that a couple of times here on the channel already, but in terms of what to look out for from today, Monday, to next Monday, I don't know if we'll see anything like that, but just know that I think that will be coming as well. I just don't really think they can do anything marketing teaser-wise for that, or at least not in the way that we've seen beforehand. Regardless, that's something to keep your eye out for, as well as some promo for the Redacted event possibly happening within Blackout. Then the second to last thing that I want to talk about here in this video is new Blackout characters potentially coming, because this is something we have absolutely no idea how or when these may be coming, but we've seen as of recently main menu glitches where the characters of the Replacer and also David Mason from Black Ops 2 being showcased on that main menu screen. So it means the assets are already in the game and therefore could be coming at any point in time, but we just don't have any idea when or really how. I can't imagine that it would be anything in which we have another thing for the Black Ops Pass, because it seems like we've gotten one of those per operation, and plus, if we end up getting that fourth one, that's kind of exhausted all things that we get for the Black Ops Pass very early on, not even halfway through the life cycle. So my guess is maybe a special order of some sorts, like how we saw Misty was supposedly going to be a special order, or maybe it's something that they're their own shop items like we've seen before. We saw Ultimus TAC as one of those in the last operation with Absolute Zero, so that's possible as well, but as for the timing of these, that just seems really curious. I don't know if it'll happen as of next Tuesday with the Blackout update, that those are the shop items and one featured item, but whatever it may be, they may be coming maybe this week, maybe next week, but it's certainly interesting that we've seen those already in the game files and as a result glitching into regular people's games. So at the very least, I'm hoping for maybe some clarity as to when we may see that. But that said, the final thing I want to talk about today is one that I'm sure will stir up some conversation either in the comment section or already has actually over on Twitter. That being that we may get finally an answer for why we haven't seen combat records and global leaderboards as of yet within Black Ops 4. Currently, we just passed, as of last week, the 5-month mark of Black Ops 4 being live. And the big controversy surrounding combat records and global leaderboards is that around the 1-week mark in from Black Ops 4, there was a Reddit post made in which they said, hey, we're going to be putting on leaderboards and combat records as of the next week. And well, literally 5 months later, we haven't seen those just yet. So rightfully so, the community is very confused, upset, frustrated, angry, whatever you want to say about it, But this ends up coming down to a tweet in which David Vonderhaar replied to somebody talking about that, saying, "Great points, we have an answer coming. I'm not in the position to talk about things until we lock some things down. It's a valid question with an incoming answer as soon as possible. It's not quite as simple as people think, but that's an excuse to come short of your expectations." So whatever the reasoning, it seems like we might finally get some clarity on combat records and leaderboards, and this is now the longest I believe that Call of Duty has gone without such a basic feature that we've seen in the past. So whatever the reasoning, either the one that the community probably wants to jump to in air quote exposing how bad Call of Duty is doing in terms of player numbers, or if there's actually some valid developmental hurdles that Treyarch was not available to get around, whatever it may be, with this comment being made a couple of days ago, it wouldn't surprise me if we see it during this upcoming week span. The big thing, though, that I will say on this is that I feel like just with open communication and transparency, this and so many other problems that Black Ops 4 has had this year could be just resolved before the fire even started. But that's just my take. I could be completely off the mark. I don't exactly know. But regardless, that is 8 things in Black Ops 4 to look out for this week. And hopefully some things even more on top of this come out. I'd be definitely excited if we end up seeing more content tease, drop tomorrow, maybe even, whatever it is. I'd love to see that if more stuff comes out than just this kind of stuff. So that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you guys looking forward to anything in particular out of what we talked about today? Is there anything that you guys think that I may have missed that we should keep an eye out for as well? Whatever it may be, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 4, MP, Blackout, Zombies. We got you covered the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, there's the best place to get connected from outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. Well, that's it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.